Yeah. Like here? Okay. Oh, magic. Good morning. How do I sound? Great. Thank you.
Do you want me talking like this, or do you want me to move the mic? Yeah, hold on. I'm a little taller than Donna. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, testing. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers? Yeah, okay. Donna, what do you think?
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Check audio for the live stream. Hopefully this is good level. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Get a little closer, Kim?
Yeah, right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk, like, go like.
Pop. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
That should be good. I gave it a little bit more headroom.
Let us do our part in being understanding and inclusive, in realizing that being American, being one ingredient of this melting pot of immigrants, isn't about what country you're from, what language you speak, or what you look like. It's about if you're willing to dream big, work hard, and believe in the values our country was founded on, that all people are created equal, and that it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to make our country a more fair, more just, more equal, and more perfect place.
When I was young, I could have got so high. Now
Good morning, everybody. Very nice to see you all. I'm so happy we're able to be here in person today. My name is Chris Waldheim, and I'm the president of the Alumni Association here at Chandler and an alumnus from the class of 1981, so a couple of years ago. Today it's my great privilege to introduce to you to our Distinguished Alumni Award winner. I will do that in a second, but before I do that, I just want to say a few words to the class of 2021. That video could have come after me because that would have made it a little bit less emotional. But it's hard to believe that it's been 40 years since I stood right over there where that class of 21 sign was for my own commencement. And it feels like just yesterday that Lena and I started our 15-year journey as current parents. But 15 years has gone by just like that. Watching this transformation that's happened to all of you in this class of 2021 over the last 9 years has been both an honor and a privilege, and for that I'm very appreciative. Like many of you, students, parents, we've built lifelong friendships here, and we feel fortunate to be members of the community. I'm eternally grateful for everything Chandler has given our family, both during these 15 years and in my lifetime. So, thank you, Chandler. It's not easy to say goodbye to all your friends here at Chandler, including the teachers, classmates, parents, administrators, and staff. Fortunately, the end of one thing means that something new is beginning for you. And so while today marks the end of your time as a Chandler student, you are also beginning your lives as Chandler alumni. So let me be the first one to say to the class of 2021, congratulations on your graduation from Chandler School, and welcome to the Chandler Alumni Association. All right, at this time it gives me great pleasure to present our Distinguished Alumni Award winner to a man who's built an extraordinary career as a software pioneer, a tech executive, and investor. At the age of 22, he led design and management of all software for HealthNet, the largest HMO in the U.S. And at 26, he founded the software company CBeyond, which he eventually sold to Sun Microsystems in 2005 after leading its growth to 1,600 employees nationally, actually worldwide. Currently, Jim manages his own groundbreaking capital investment company, Kairos Ventures, which seeks to bring the world's scientific discoveries to market. Jim has made integrity, community, responsibility a cornerstone of his philosophy, and he embodies Chandler's mission and the 6 pillars of character. Those are trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Jim's an alumnus from the Chandler class of 1977, and after Chandler, he attended the Webb schools, and after graduating from Webb, he attended Loyola Marymount University. The Alumni Council is so pleased that Jim could be here today to speak and inspire these students to pursue their dreams and talents wherever they may lead. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming up to the stage the 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award winner, James Demetriadis.
Thank you. Great honor to be here. It's hard to believe that 44 years ago, I was sitting right over here. And I dare say that I probably am older than some of your parents. Chandler was an instrumental part of what made me me. And it's going to be an instrumental part of what makes you you. The years you were here were what we call formative. They help shape you forever. And thanks to the faculty, staff, and your parents for their hard work, because they've done something very, very special. I wandered the halls in classes in the library, reading books back then. Why? Because we didn't have iPhones or iPads or computers. And occasionally, as I'd walk around like this, I'd bump into a wall or a person. I remember the headmaster then, Mr. Brown, calling my mother saying, "We're a little worried about your son." She said, "Why?" He goes, "He walks up and down all the stairs reading books, and we're worried he's going to trip and fall. Would you talk to him about it?" That's how much I loved books. And that came from Chandler. And it came from a faculty member here, Ms. Rose. She was an English teacher that we honored a couple of years ago. And she was an incredible and important part of making me me. There was another faculty member, Mr. Hill, who was head of the drama department, who made me me. He had me lead in 2 different roles in 2 different plays here at Chandler. And what that taught me was how to present, how to stand up in front of people. It's a skill that I've used all of my life, and I learned that here. Reading and speaking and meeting people have opened my eyes to the possibilities of mankind. Acting taught me those presentation skills. And what I learned is that you're only bound by the limitations you allow. And here's why. Imagine that each of you is a point of light. And if you combine all of your light, you become what? Extremely bright. And bright light does what? It eliminates darkness. And boy, does this world need light. As points of light, you are exceptional. You're special. You are the harbinger of all things beautiful. Exceptionalism brings beauty. Think about it. Art, Michelangelo. Science, Albert Einstein or Madame Curie. Innovation, Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. All of them are what? Exceptional. All of them are bright lights, changing the world. You, each of you, are bright lights. But remember this, only you will decide how bright a light you will be. Only you will decide how bright a light you will be. Bright enough to eliminate the shadows all over a world that exists today, I pray. This light comes from your heart, from your mind, and from your brain. The brains and education that you learn. It's what makes you special. For you are special, you are unique, and there is nobody like you in this known universe. For a moment, let me focus on your brain, because your parents and faculty just spend a lot of time training that brain. Really, what you do with your brain is critically important. How you choose to use it will determine how you live your life. I'm sure that you've heard that if you use your brain these last few years, that you can achieve anything. And I'm here in front of you to say that. I've been blessed to start over 50 companies. And it all started with my education and brain and the faculty and things I learned at school. You also know that critical thinking and the understanding and cause of cause and effect are skills that you will use for the rest of your life. I'm also sure that you're learning that for every action, there is a reaction. There is a result. So you're just embarking on this journey called education, and you will learn much more in high school, in college, in university, and at work. One day, you will learn how to analyze massive amounts of data that's being gathered by ubiquitous technology that did not exist 44 years ago when I was sitting down there with you kids today. Today, information and the gathering of data is ubiquitous. It can be used for two things. First, it can be used for good. Second, it can be used for bad. Some countries choose to use information to control you. Some countries choose to use information to let you free and to do better and to improve things. How you use information will be decided by you. Also, these schools and educational skills teach you how to take risks, a critically important skill used throughout your life, how to take risk. For example, we've just lived through a year unlike any other in modern history, one where risk-based decisions were made by people that had little real knowledge or experience of pandemics. Why? Because the last major pandemic was over 100 years ago. Were these efforts to create zero COVID deaths the right decisions? Did they destroy more lives than they helped? Were they the right decisions for all of us? Did we manage risk properly? Only history will show if we made all the right decisions about COVID this last year. But we already know we aren't perfect. We aren't perfect decision makers. But education is about teaching us how to make the right decision. That's why it's so important to you today, tomorrow, and for your future. Education is going to teach you how to manage risk. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody is. You're not expected to be. What you're learning here is how to manage risk and to make the right decisions for you, your family, and the future of humanity. By using your brains, getting a good, well-rounded education, being open-minded, not canceling people that don't agree with you, understanding history, learning how to think for yourself. By the way, may I suggest that you gather facts before you make a decision. Don't just listen to one person. Gather all the information you can before you make a decision. And by having an imagination, super critical. One thing I tell my 5 kids who are your age, that imagination is one of the most critical things of all. By having an imagination, your point of light will grow and become very bright indeed. And then when you combine your light with the light of other educated, informed, and open-minded people around you, you will become a giant lighthouse. A beam of light will emanate from you all that will guide people and be a beacon that will make the world a better place. To the class of 2021, best wishes on this amazing adventure called life. Thank you.
Dear class of 2021, you are brilliant, creative, and inspired young people who have splendidly survived a year of social hibernation, deprived of the many anticipated rights of a typical 8th grade year. Yet, with an indomitable spirit and mature resolve, this year's graduates have contributed to our school community in so many meaningful ways, not only defining and shaping their own identities, but also stretching beyond themselves to understand and respect others, to better understand our society and history. Because Chandler School nurtures multiple perspectives and strives to develop student voice, we felt it was valuable to invite our entire 8th grade class to write graduation speeches based on their experiences and assessments. We felt that this exercise would challenge them to reflect on their academic and personal journeys. 10 students composed and submitted speeches. The speeches all represented a high caliber of thinking, composition, expression, and I might add, lots of heart. All who submitted speeches deserve praise, not only for their unabashed initiative, but also for being inspired to write about their experiences and fruition at Chandler. I am honored to introduce the winning student, Nadia Hitomi, who will now present her speech to you.
In Japanese, there's a word, wabi-sabi. Sabi means rust. Rust is a word about the beauty of an appearance. Things in this world become rusty, dirty, or chipped over time. In other cultures, it is considered to be deterioration, an act of destruction. But on the contrary, the change is a diverse and unique beauty. Wabi refers to a childish and positive mindset that accepts and enjoys the dirt. If I were asked to translate wabi-sabi into English, I would define it as the fear of finding beauty in the rust. These past few weeks, I've been feeling something like wabi-sabi. I'm incredibly excited for what my future holds for me, the new people I'm going to meet, and the opportunities I'm going to experience. But I can't help but feel like I'm leaving something behind. When I think about my past at Chandler, I see a community of people that care for each other. I think of a large family. When I imagine leaving this family, I feel uneasy. It is as if I'm leaving a part of myself behind. Our story starts in kindergarten. We were smiling, sticky children ready to face the world. I remember playing pretend and picking the little pink peppers off of the big trees next to the first grade classrooms, crushing these peppers into food for each other. I remember laughing with Mr. Finch as he would play hide and seek with us, him hiding behind a table, his torso being completely visible. I remember staring up into my buddy's eyes, trying to copy her as she sang the Chandler School song at Friday Assembly. The next thing I know, I'm in 5th grade, tying the long string of a bonnet behind my friend's head, giggling as we look at ourselves in the mirror. Walking to the Commencement, my hands slightly shaking, getting ready to recite my part of the Declaration of Independence that I had practiced for hours and hours, making sure that I would be prepared. The feeling of cool wind blowing against my face as I close my eyes, facing the water off of Catalina Island. The celebration of us graduating from lower school, a flurry of clothes that we imagined people would wear during the Revolutionary War, our voices raspy from singing. We dove into middle school, the title of middle schooler making us feel older and more proud. We got into the bus that would take us to our first boo jump and headed off to Joshua Tree, the air buzzing with excitement. Shortly after, everyone received an email reading, "Your new buddies." We looked down at our buddies, their small size making us protective and well-behaved, wanting to influence them as much as we could. We felt kindness and love flowing through our veins as we held their hands and chased them across the field. That year, we also faced our first set of finals. We marked the dates in our schedules and began forming a plan to study, calling our friends until late at night to fit as much studying time as we could. Ooh, there's a bee. We stepped into 7th grade expecting a year of hard work and fun. By this time, the Chandler community had greatly grown, from 36 students in lower school to 61 in middle school. Yet, with this large number, we all stayed closely knit, encouraging each other every step of the way. Starting in February, rumors of a quickly spreading virus filled the news, predicting a world pandemic. Later in March, school had closed and we were sent home. Nevertheless, we continued our sports, logging into our computers for PE, and when the option of taking microbio came around, our grade made history. 36 people the most students Mr. Cal had ever seen try out for the microbiology course. With the beginning of quarantine, the traits that Chandler had taught us were tested: honesty, resilience, respectfulness, and kindness. Our honesty was tested as the trust of our teachers was put in our hands as we took tests, the voice in our hearts telling us to do our best and resist the urge to cheat. Our respect was shown as we listened to teachers, giving them the same amount of attention we would have given them if we were at school. Our resilience was proven as we helplessly sat and watched as all the fun activities that were planned for us slowly get taken away one by one. Our kindness persisted as we reached out to people, calling them to check up or just to have a nice chat. This year, everybody learned what it means to have a family, whether it's family by blood, a family of friends, or a family crafted by a community. Our families hold us close when we feel frustrated, wipe our tears when we are sad. They cheer us on as we struggle, and they congratulate us when we succeed. We have all also learned what it means to lose someone close to us. It is a deep pain, harder than anyone can imagine. There's a saying that I have recently learned that was passed down to Ms. Vasquez by her husband, Mr. Alcazar. It goes, "No dejes para mañana lo que puedes hacer hoy," which means, don't leave until tomorrow what you can do today. This makes me realize that it is incredibly important to always carve out time to spend with your loved ones and not put it off for another day, for you never know what can happen tomorrow. When September of our 8th grade year came into view, the shocking realization that we would have to stay on Zoom set in upon us. This made me realize the power of hope. With hope, we sat at home, wishing for our family members to stay healthy. With hope, we turned in our homework to Google Classroom. With hope, we checked our emails, waiting for the message that would allow us to come back to school. With hope, we powered through the feelings of emptiness and loneliness, and we made it. Here we stand, getting ready to move on from this chapter of our lives and start a new one. No matter what we face, our love, respect, and care for each other will continue to encourage us to take the next exhilarating step. In Russian, there is a poem that says, "С любимыми не расставайтесь, с любимыми не расставайтесь, с любимыми не расставайтесь, всей кровью прорастайте в них, и каждый раз навек прощайтесь, и каждый раз навек прощайтесь, и каждый раз навек прощайтесь, когда уходите на миг. With those you love, don't ever part. Let your blood flow as one, and always say farewell as if it was forever, even if you're only leaving for a moment." Thank you.
Let us do our part in being understanding and inclusive, in realizing that being American, being one ingredient of this melting pot of immigrants, isn't about what country you're from, what language you speak, or what you look like. It's about if you're willing to dream big, work hard, and believe in the values our country was founded on, that all people are created equal, and that it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to make our country a more fair, more just, more equal, and more perfect place.
Unity is to stand up to the issues of society and fight together as a people to right wrongs. We must always strive to create justice and peace, and when we do fight together, amazing things can be achieved. Unity is fundamental in solving the problems our world faces and making sure that we include everyone in the equation, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, gender identity, or sexual orientation.
As the world comes together to honor the 1.5 million Armenian lives lost from a country so small that it is now only left with 3 million people, we stand with gratitude and hope for a rebirth of humanity, for a people that have kept smiling, kept dancing, kept praying, and kept hoping. As an Armenian, this inherent resilience has been the core of my existence. So thank you for allowing the voices of these small but unforgotten people to be heard.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. They say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. We'll be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Will be as one.
Well, that's not hard to follow. Congratulations, Ms. Williams-Moore, Mr. Connor, and all of the class of 2021 who participated in the video. Thank you so much for your hard work. Graduates, I remember meeting many of you for the first time in 4th grade. It was 5 a.m. on a Thursday morning in May of 2017, and we were preparing to fly to Sacramento for the annual pilgrimage to the state capitol. I knew this was going to be a day that would make me a better and stronger teacher. And I knew this because Mrs. Ross and Mrs. Mohandesi had packed me with chocolate and Advil. The day started off with every kid getting a donut in order to celebrate a birthday. Now look around you. Imagine giving a bunch of sugar to the most hyperactive 4th graders and then sticking them in a closed container for an hour where they couldn't leave their seats. And that was just 7 o'clock. The rest of the day seemed to follow suit. I had a group of 7 boys assigned to me, but I only seemed to be able to ever find 6 of them. And if Charlie went missing, well, Nico was certainly missing with him. I say all of this not to poke fun at the past, but rather to pull forward the funny memories. Fast forward a couple of years, and lo and behold, this group of ragtag 4th graders transformed itself into a class of thoughtful teenagers. And if you think that is an oxymoron, let me assure you that it is not. For the last 3 years, and in particular, for the last 12 months, the students have worked hard to make Chandler and the global community a better place. Because in the words of the Lorax, they know that unless someone cares an awful lot, nothing is going to change. It's not. The story of the Lorax is a wonderful reminder that all of us can be just a little bit kinder. Kinder to the earth and kinder to each other, kinder to our sisters, and kinder to our brothers. We can partner and form a GSA. We can work together and stop throwing trash away. We can build a club for esports fanatics, then play games in our PJs upstairs in our attics. We can create a newspaper and call it The Tower, stay up late, and publish it after hours. We can fill it with articles, cartoons, and op-eds that push students to think beyond what's in their heads. We can start affinity spaces for students of all races, where they can share their voices and express their choices. We can form connections through Jeopardy online or peer tutor students one at a time. Awareness Wednesday is a time to share about the communities for which we care. It's a time to reflect and learn from one another about how to be supportive of each other. And class of 2021, let me tell you this. You show up for your friends and your family too. You do this with bliss and pride that's true. You're team players and championship debaters. And you are hairspray performers and justice reformers. Just when I think you can't do much more, you find another way to open a door. So as we send you off from Chandler one last time, don't forget, you're still in your prime. You will move mountains, you will transform nations, you will do all of this because it is your vocation. Before we go, class of 2021, we still have one thing left undone. Please stand up and turn around and offer an applause to your supporters who abound. You may be seated. Congratulations on a job well done, and thank you for providing us with so much fun. And now to present your diplomas. Margaret Victoria Albrecht. Ryan Alexander Almond. Dashiell Christopher Anthony. Joseph Peter Antos. Kai Belzer. Stephen Miller Bogdanos. Morgan Colette Beauvais Burns. Paola Sofia Ceja. Brandon H. Chang. Nicholas Anthony Christopoulos. Silas James Clark. William Ryan Cleaves. Preston Robert Daly. Andrew Christian Falk. Noah B. Feynman Shin. Felix Ocean Fisher. Tyler Fry. Michael Isaac Gerst. Amelia Miriam Gray. Aiden Arevalo Guzman. Nadieshta Noriko Hitomi. Eric Hollis. Louis Robert Hoyt. Emily Shao. Koji Case Inaba. Arjun Jandial. Rian Billy Moria Kadrabegovich. Eva Ann Caroli. Sage DeYoung Kim. Judy Ku. Margaret Elizabeth Kurtz. Sushi Julia Lai. Isabella Diane Lanstra. Ang Leo Lee. Wellesley Lee. Foster Bruce Lipsmith. Oliver William Mann. Anya Elizabeth May. Ryan Thomas Mayhew. Reza Ahmed Mohammed. Matthew James Nix. Riley Elizabeth Piken. August Finley Mason Porter. Malini Natalia Pradhan. Cameron Flynn Rangan. Carter Ken Sakai. Catherine Hyunhee Sam. Lars Shunning. Charlie Simonian. Caroline Ann Stewart. Lyle Ichiro Tsuchiya. Kent Tsukamoto. Monica Vargas. Miranda Lara Vasquez. Chase Alexander Waldheim. Nicholas Thomas Walker. Nathan Wang. Maggie Wu. Zhou Xiao Zhou Aliyah. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2021 on a job well done. At this time, we recognize Chandler's lifers who have been here for 9 years. Congratulations to our lifers on 9 years of Chandler education. And to the entire class of 2021, we are so proud of you.
Before our ceremony concludes today, I just want to thank our teachers who are here. Usually we require our faculty and staff to be at graduation. This year we couldn't do that because we have to have limited numbers, but so many of them wanted to attend. Many of them are watching on the live stream. So please give our teachers a round of applause for the incredible dedication that they've shown this year. A remarkable group of men and women who have drawn out the best in your children. I also want to thank our COVID coordinator, Maureen Short, who's had a thankless job over the past year, making sure that we're all fully compliant with every regulation that we've had to follow. And she's been diligent and working hard throughout the year to keep us all safe. Thank you, Maureen. I'd like to thank our lower school director, Emily Brown, our middle school director, Jill Bergeron, for the incredible jobs that they've done, designing schedules, redesigning schedules, communicating with you, our parent body, and again, making sure that everybody's safe and well attended to as we discharge our mission. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Jill. And to Joan Bravo, who's done a remarkable job coordinating communication, organizing these events, together with the advancement staff and the business office staff. They've put in many late hours to make sure that everything has gone smoothly during the course of this year. Thank you to Mr. Dimitriadis for being here today. Thank you to Dr. Lin for his speech. Thank you, Mr. Waldheim, celebrating 40 years as a member of this community. Thank you, Ms. Bergeron, for your speech. Thank you, Nadia, for that remarkable presentation. Thank you, everyone, for being here today and celebrating this occasion together. Now, please rise for the benediction and remain standing for the school song. And after the school song, we ask you to sit down and we will dismiss you row by row. We can't all leave at the same time. Thank you.
Our shared experience is guided by our energy, by our light. As we gather together to celebrate, may your light shine. When you share love, may your light shine. When you don't cite Wikipedia directly, but instead use it as a jumping off point for your research, may your light shine. Is it that obvious where I deviated from the original words of Diane Yu? When you work for peace, may your light shine. When you teach a child about justice, may your light shine. When you pursue your passions and share them with the world, may your light shine. When you comfort someone who is struggling, may your light shine. When you are challenged to change, may your light shine. When your path leaves this place and your memories embrace your school, friends, and faculty, may your light shine. Honor your light, honor the light of those you encounter, and your light will shine. Thank you.
Let's uncover
Thank you all so much for coming. If you would all please remain seated, an attendant will allow the graduate to meet their family to be dismissed. If you did not take a picture when you entered the campus, please remain seated and we'll get your family photo if you would like one after we are able to dismiss most of the crowd. So again, your graduate will be dismissed to meet the family and you can exit the campus. To avoid gathering, we do ask you to leave the campus. We are so thrilled to have you back here and thank you all so much for coming.
It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time, yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. know I thank God sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing, nothing, nothing I would not do. Oh, before I let you go. Coachella, boots with the ghost feathers. I brought the squad with me, black on black bandanas. I say it's champagne. I did the damn thing. Heard did Diana singing and dancing all in the rain.
Welcome to your life.
treasure. Yeah, you are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Yeah, you are treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my golden star. You are my treasure. You can make my treasure come true. You are my treasure. If you let me treasure you, you are my treasure. If you let me treasure you, I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling, yeah. So keep dancing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. 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 Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance.